Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. An absolute pleasure to have you join us again for some variant Sudoku every day. Simon does a video at 8:30 our time, I do a video at 11 PM our time, and we both have a go at a Sudoku puzzle or something very like it. And invite you to join us and work out what we're doing too slowly and what you can see ahead. But we'll have another look at a puzzle today. It's by Ryan W. I think it's the first time on the channel, I'm not sure. There's a lot of cages numbered 10 in this. It's called Around -10. I'm hoping that's not a prediction for the weather in the near future, but who knows, winter is coming in. Now, what else have we got going on? Of course, the latest app out is our Classic Sudoku 2. Do check that out. Classic Sudoku, normal Sudoku rules apply, no other rules. But some of the most clever patterns in Sudoku are created within that, particularly in the puzzles by Sam Cappleman-Lynes and by Nikoli. They are really entertaining solves. Do check that out, along with all of our other apps, including the Worms and Fog of War. And of course, there's SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD linked under the video, along with all sorts of things like how to get in touch with us, snail mail, the Discord server, the catalogue of all our puzzles, and Patreon, where, as well as some crossword solves and me playing connections every day, you can also have a go at our monthly Sudoku hunt, which for November is Put Out More Flags, a collection of puzzles based on flags. Do check that out on Patreon. Right, the first link under the video is to this puzzle, Around -10. It's not going to take long to read the rules, but explaining them might take a little longer. So normal Sudoku rules apply. That's 1 to 9 going in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Fair enough. Digits in a cage may not repeat and sum to the total given. Always 10. Normal killer Sudoku so far. However, all possible, i.e. non-overlapping 10 sum cages are given. For example, if row 1 column 2 is a 3 and row 1 column 3 is a 2, row 1 column 4 can't be a 5 or an 8, but row 2 column 3 can. So this explains the rule quite well. This couldn't be an 8 because that would be a 10 cage that could have been drawn in addition to the cages already drawn in the grid. And it hasn't been, so that's not an 8. It also can't be a 5 because that could have been a 3-cell cage that could have been drawn in addition to the cages already in the grid. It doesn't matter about this cell because there would be if you tried to draw a cage including those 2 digits, it would overlap with this cage, and that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about in the sort of empty space, in the empty spaces of this puzzle, there are no more possible 10 cages that could possibly be drawn. That's what the rule means. Which is fascinating. I'm going to colour them. In the yellow areas, we cannot have another 10 cage. That's the rule. Give it a try. With that understanding, I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. So there is one single 4-cell cage, and that's here. And that must contain 1, 2, 3, 4, because digits don't repeat in a cage. And the minimum 4 Sudoku digits do add up to 10. Now, in this central box, let's call the low digits blue, the digits below 5. There are 3 of them there. There must be another one in this cage, and that must be the last one. It must actually be the same as that digit. And therefore, the remaining digits in the box can't be from 1, 2, 3, 4. They must be from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, 3 of them are in 3-cell cages. If you can't repeat a digit in a cage and it's 3 cells big and adds up to 10, I don't think it can have an 8 or a 9 in. Because if you had an 8, you'd need 2 1s. and that's not right. So that is a 5, 6, 7 triple, and this digit here is 8 or 9, this orange one. I'm going to make, I don't know, maybe I'm not going to carry on with the colouring. This one is a 1 or a 2 because of this 10 cage. So that's what we found there. I am going to carry on with the colouring because what I've now worked out is that these 3 cell cages that have a 5, 6 or 7 in them, the other 2 cells add up to 5, 4 or 3. Well, you can only make those up with the low digits. So all of those cells are blue. And now look, we've found all 4 blue in column 6. So everything else is orange. Right, my orange colouring in this puzzle includes the number 5. That's what I'm doing. I'm colouring 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 orange. That's a bit different from a German whisper puzzle where I would probably only colour 6, 7, 8, 9 orange. But in this puzzle, orange includes 5. Right, orange there means that this is blue. You can't have a 5 in a 2-cell 10 cage. So one is bigger than 5 and one is less than 5. That's all the 4 blues in this box. So they're orange. One of these is the 4th blue in box 8. So those 2 are orange. Now we've put orange into this 10 cage. And what we're finding out is if we put orange into into this 3-cell cage, if we put orange into a 3-cell cage, the other 2 are blue. So there's 1 of each here. Now in this box, I think there's a blue in each of those 2 10 cages. Right, it's not so interesting in this cage, but there is a blue in it. And that's the 3rd blue in the box. The 4th one is there. These are all orange. It's more interesting here where the blue is going to be the 4th blue in the row. Because there's 1 here, 1, 1 and 1. That's 4. So those are all orange. Now, I'm not sure that we've established, but we might be able to, that a 3-cell cage is always orange plus 2 blue. We did establish that if there's orange in it, it needs 2 blue. Can it ever be 3 blue? No, because the maximum of 3 blue digits is 2, 3, 4 equals only 9. So this cage is definitely 1 orange and 2 blue. And in the row, that also means this is 1 orange and 2 blue. This grey area is 1 orange and 2 blue. This area is double blue because of this being a 3-cell cage with orange. So if there's 2 blue there and 2 blue there, the rest of this box is orange. Aha! Okay, I'm removing the grey now because that was just to prove a point. Now there's 1 blue in this cage. There's 1 blue in that one. That's 2. Does that tell me that these are both blue? No. I mean, I'm not saying, oh, look, 4 blue in row 3, so these are all orange. That's now blue because of this 10 cage. I'm not saying that we have to colour the whole grid before we can do anything more with numbers, but it's been an interesting exercise in getting quite a lot more coloured than I expected. And we haven't even considered the negative constraint yet, because I think we're going to have to wait till we get numbers before that can be useful. Right, I'm not sure where we are now. I think I am going to have to think about numbers a bit. Oh yes, in this cage, we don't have 5, 6 or 7. So this is 8, 9 together with 1 or 2. The digit that's in that cage is also in this cell because it's the 4th one from a group including those 3 both ways. So that's 1 or 2. Now, this pair, that's interesting. This can't be a 7 anymore because that would have to be a 1, 2 pair and would break that cell. This pair is going to include another digit from 1 or 2, not that one obviously, but a different one, because it adds up to either 4 or 5, And you can't do that without having one digit from 1 or 2. So the second digit from 1 or 2 in this box is there. This must be 3 or 4. And that's going with 7 or 6 in its 10 cage. It's the same here. There's only one digit from 1 or 2 here, so this is not a 7, just like this one wasn't. And again, these include 1 or 2, so this cage is either 3 or 4 with either 6 or 7. And we've also got a 5-6 pair in the central box, and after 7 minutes I get my first digit, which is a 7. That's great. Now that does go with 2, 1. This digit is 3 or 4 as well in this column, and that digit is 6 or 7. Now I've got a 3-4 pair in the row, and this one must be 1 or 2. This one is actually 3 or 4 because I know the second one from 1 or 2 in this box is in that cage. So these two add up to 4, 5 or 6. And this digit is therefore, well, 4, 5 or 6. But it can't be 4 because it's not blue. So that's 5 or 6. And this is now a 5-6 pair in the column. That digit can't be 6. This is not how I expected the puzzle to unfold generally at all. That digit is there, and therefore in one of these 3 cells. That digit is there and also in one of these 3 cells. So that means that this digit must also be in one of those 3, because these 3 add up to 10. These 3 add up to 10. Okay, I'm going to explain that a bit more clearly by using letters. If I can. I've clearly clicked the wrong thing there. I'm so sorry. Right, letters. There we go. I'm calling this A. Let's put it in the corner there. A. Oh, I was going to say that was A. Now I'm suddenly realizing I don't know that. Okay, it's a good thing I started lettering because my whole premise fell apart. I was sure that those 2 digits were both in those cells. Yeah, it is right. It is right. Yes, that's really strange. Okay, I don't know why I couldn't see it this time. A is there. A is in one of these 3 cells. Where is the A in row 1? It's not there because it would be in the same box. It's not there because they're all orange. So A must be up here. Let's call this B. That must be B in box 2 because it's not in those cells and it's blue. So now B is in that group. And now A and B always go together with C to make 10. So C is in that group too, and that's that digit. I mean, this may not help at all, but it's quite interesting. Now, what do I know here or with this? Oh, well, look, C is one of 5 or 6. Let's call this other one D. This must be C. It's in the same box as D. So then C is going to be in one of these cells. Oh, that 7 is looking at this digit and making it a 6. That's much more helpful. 4 there, 3 there. That goes with a 7 in its box. And this digit, C, has become a 5. So I'm putting 5 there, removing C and putting 5 in instead up there. A and B add up to 5. And in fact, B is there, isn't it? That's a 4. So that's a 1. And this is now a 1, 4, 5 triple. Excellent. Right. This pair, oh no, that's a 6 going with a 3, 1 pair. This is a 2. That's 1, 3, 4. This cage contains 2 and 8. I don't know the order. This is a 9. That's a 1. This is 5 in the box. This pair is now 2 and 3 because they don't have a 1 in. Now I can take 3 out of this cage and it must be 4 and 6, and we know the order, and I could colour up the cells. Oh, it's clever. This is very clever. That 1 is looking back up here. This digit has to be a 3 now. That makes this a 2 and that a 3. These can't contain 3, and the 2 is sorting out my last bit of colour in the centre. Excellent. I could have probably done that by counting blues in columns 4 and 5. I didn't. I did it the slow way. Those digits are 7 and 9 in the column. These are 7 and 8. Now, we know this one can't be an 8 down here because of this cage. So that's a 7, going with a 1 and a 2 in its cage. This is a 9. That's a 5-8 pair. That's a 9. That's 7. That's 8. Wow, and suddenly this all comes together. Right, 9, 7, 8, 1, 4, 5. That's a 2, 3, 6 group. Now, this cage, we're in business. It doesn't have a 1 or a 2 or a 4 in it. So it must be a 3, 7 pair. Now, what's going on in this one? Or hang on, what about these? They don't have a 1 and a 2 in. So one of them is 3, 7, and that can't be here because of that 7. So it's here. The other one is 4, 6, and that's here. That 2, by the way, is looking at this cell. The 1 is then looking into the middle box. And boxes 5 and 2 are finished. This group of cells is 5, 8, 9. This group of cells is 2, 4, 7. I'm going to find out what this is, because that 1 is looking down at the bottom. That 2 is looking back at this cell, as is 4. And this at the top is not a 2. Now, I have not used the negative constraint yet. It's probably about time. Let's see what happens. I still haven't done anything here. Oh, this digit can't be 1, 2, or 3. So that's at least a 4. I mean, this could be a 7, 1, 2 cage. There's got to be a low digit here. How could there not be 2 digits from 1, 2, 3 in this box? In this cage? The only way is if it was 1, 4, 5, and that would have a 4 here and a 1, 5 pair here. Now, alternatively, there are 2 digits from 1, 2, 3 in the cage, and neither of them can be here, and the only ones that can be here are 1 and 2. So this is either 1, 5 under 4 or 1, 2 under 7. And that's quite interesting too. Okay, now I am going... Oh, I do remember earlier colouring the whole of this grid. Oh, I restarted the puzzle, didn't I? I lost all the yellow. Okay, I'm going to go back to a big yellow area. That's what I'm going to do. Everything outside a cage is going to be yellow. Because, I mean, I think we've done enough with highs and lows. Now, this yellow area, we are not allowed to have any possible 10 cages within it. And apparently that's going to help complete the puzzle. I can't see anywhere yet that is threatening to have such a 10 cage. So maybe it's not going to help all that much. What is this digit? 5, 8, or 9? Oh, that can't be 1. 4, 5, 1. Ah! Okay, these digits are 2, 6, 8, and 9. The top set can't include 6. The bottom set can't include 2. Now, this is good. This pair cannot be a 2-8 pair, or they would be another 10 gauge that isn't marked. So they must include 9. That's clever. So 9 isn't in this pair. That's now a 6-8 pair, and this is now a 2-9 pair. And over here we have an 8-7 pair to complete the row. In this row we have a 5-9 pair. Now, 2 cannot sit on top of 8 in these columns. 2 is going to have to, because that would be another 10 cage. 2 is going to have to be diagonal with 8. I don't know how to use that. This is a 569 triple in the row. This is a 138 triple. Now, that would be really useful for one of the pairs in 138 or in 569 to add up to 10, because then I'd have to separate them. But that didn't happen. Okay, I don't know what to do next. Let's think about 2, 8, because it's either in that column or it's in this column. Oh no, it's not 2, 8, sorry. It's 2, 6 in one of the columns. Because we're not allowed a 2, 8 vertical domino, because it would have a cage. Right, sorry. It's 2, 6 in one of the columns. That's going to put a 4 in this column. It's going to force a 1, 5 pair in row. Oh, this is really odd. Right, I'm just speculating here. This is just for aide-memoire purposes. If we had the 2, 6 in column 8, it could just as easily be in column 9. But there's a lot of similarity between these cells. Now, if we had the 2, 6 in this column, that digit would be 4. These would now not have a 2 or a 4 in. They would be a 1, 5 pair. And this digit couldn't be a 5. It would have to be 8 or 9. We'd have 3, 7, 8 and 9 left. I don't know how to use that. I have to admit it. Something's going on there. Okay, I'm going to remove those corner marks because it could just as easily be this side. 2, 6 there, 4. This would become 7. That would become 3. We'd still have the 1, 5 pair. Oh, that would have to be an 8 in the corner, and that would be 9. It would be even more prescribed that way round. I just don't know. Now, there are other things to watch out for, because we could have big cages. We could have a 1, 3, 6 trying to form itself. Ah, this could get very complicated. That digit is 5, 8 or 9. That's just Sudoku. Oh no, hang on, it's utterly simple. Well, it's simple to get this cage finished. Where do 1 and 2 go by Sudoku? They must go in those cells. Ah. So that's a 7. Right, this might do something. We get 3, 7 there. It didn't do a lot. It didn't do a lot. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. I thought that was a big breakthrough moment. Ah, I've placed 3 in the bottom row. It's got to be here. Okay, so let's go back to this thought about 2 and 6, which might be in this column or in this column. That would be 4. Oh, this would be 1. That would be 5. And this applies whichever column we're in so far. 5, 2, 6, 4, 1 across rows 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. 5, 2, 6, 4, 1. Oh, and then we have 3 and 7 in the column. So either those two digits are an 8, 9 pair, or those two are. Oh, this is getting strange. I don't see still how to resolve this. Apart from the column that didn't have 5, 2, 6, 4, 1 is going to have 9, 8, 5 there. Um, 9, 8. Oh, it's going to have 6 in row 6, 2 there, 9, 8, 6, 2, 5. Ooh, whichever one of these two is a 4. Oh, this is really, really interesting. I think that digit has to be a 4. Now, bear with me. So in one of these rows, we have 2, 6, and that digit is a 4. In one of these columns, in the other column, we have 9, 8, 6 there because we're not having the 4. 3 and 7, which could be that 3 and 7. 9, 8, 6, 3 and 7. And then we have to have 1, 2, 4 and 5. The 5 will be in this row. Yeah, and in this box, we can't have 1, 2 in the column because they're in that row. So one of these has to be a 4. And that's a weird X-wing on 4s that keeps 4 out of those cells and puts it here. That's so peculiar. I don't almost understand how that has worked, but it has worked. So in one of these columns we have, now I'm getting my pencil marks mixed up. We have 2, yes I really am, 2, 6, 4, 1, 5, 3, and then the other pair is 9, 8 in one of those columns. And in the other column we have 9, 8, 5, 3, oh no, hang on, 9, 8, 5, 1 at the top, 2 down there, a 3 and a 7, and the other pair are 4 and 6. But that is an X-wing on 6s. Ooh, that's putting 6 in one of these cells. Now, that 6 mustn't be next to a 4. I cannot work out if it was going to be. What I did just work out is that these are from 4, 8 or 9. That's probably fairly simply proved in that they can't be 1s, they can't be 2s, they can't be 3s, they can be 4s. It's not simply worked out that they can't be 5s. It just happened. Because one of these is going to be a 5 under the 9, 8, and one of these is definitely going to be a 5. So this digit is not a 5. 5 is in one of these 3 cells. So is 6. I don't know, I don't think this actually does anything more. Oh no, I'm going to probably have to do the same things in columns 1 and 2, and I'm barely understanding what I'm doing over here. Oh, hang on, these 2 digits can't be a 1 because of that and that. This is a 1. Well, this can't be a 9 now by the rule, or we'd have a cage here. Now, what's that doing? Has that done anything? This can't be a 9 either, but that seems less powerful. Oh, if this was a 3, then this couldn't be a 6, because you'd have a 6, 1, 3 cage. And this couldn't be a 6 either, because then the cage would look like that. So if that's a 3, that's a 6. Then that's 3. And that's 8. And this is a 5, 9 pair. Whoa, hang on. Something's happening here as well. Something is happening this side. I probably need to spot more. 6 and 4 can't touch here either. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting confused now. That's not a 3. 3 in column 3 is in one of those 2 spots. Right, let's work again on if this is a 3. That has to be the 6 location in this box. And this is an 8. So they would be a 6-8 pair with 3 there and 5-9 down here. That would be 2-6. If this is a 3, that has to be 6. That's 5, that's 9. That's an X-wing sorted out, 9-5. They would be 5 and 9 as well. Oh, I can't quite see the problem, but there probably is one. Oh. Right, where do 3 and 7 go in this column? One of them goes here, but the other one doesn't go here because of that 3-7 pair. So the other one goes in one of these cells. One of these is a 3 and the other one is a 7. Right. Oh no, I was going to say that's not this side because we mustn't have a 2-8 pair sitting there. If this digit is, yes, it's like the 2-8 that has to be in a diagonal over here. 2-8 also has to be in a diagonal here. Okay, so something is going on there. So if that's 2, so, yeah, whichever one of these is a 2 is sitting above a 7 because it can't be sitting above an 8. So it could be this side, 2, 7, 4, 3, 8. Then the other digits are 5, 6, and 9. Oh, what does this mean? 2, 7, 4, 3, 4, 8, 3 in order. I can't quite see what's wrong. Something's wrong somewhere. This is the only one in the yellow area, isn't it? Anywhere in the yellow area. So that is a dodgy digit that has to be kept away from trouble. It can't form a 154 pair, a 154 cage. It can't form a 613 cage. Oh, where does 9 go in the first column? Ah, there you go. Simple question. 9 is looking at that cell. 9 can't go here because that would form a cage. There's only one place for 9 in the first column, and that is there. This is a 5 now. That's now not a 5. Oh, don't say that it's not going to do anything. 5 can't go with what? I don't think there's any problem. 5, 2 there couldn't join onto a 3, and 5, 4 couldn't join onto a 1. Well, oh, this is quite interesting. If that was a 6, that may be the way to look at it. If that was a 6, this mustn't be a 3. So that would be 3, and that would be 6. Then this would be a 6 by Sudoku. And this 6 that I've just created in box 7 mustn't touch a 4. So 4 would have to go here in the corner. And that would be 2, and this would be 3. That would have to be 8 at that point. Oh, it's quite confusing, but I think it does just survive. Right, let's think it through again. If that's a 6, then this is 9 and this is 5. Oh, and if that's a 6, this has to be 2. This is 2, 6, 1. With 9, 3, 8, because it can't be a 7. And 4, 7, 5 down here somewhere. Oh, this is absolutely wrecking me now. I cannot see it. I can't quite see where the problems are. Okay, let's try again. If this was 3, 6 is forced to there. So if that's 3, that's 3, that's 3. Okay, if that's 3, that's 7, that's 8. This can't be 2. So then we're going 2, 7, 9, 4. 1, 3. This can't, it's simple. It's so simple. This digit can't be 4. Because if that was a 5, 4, 5, 1 would be a cage, and if that was a 6, 4, 6 would be a cage. This digit can't be a 4, it's a 2. That's a 4. That places 2 in the top row. That can't be next to 8, so that's a 7. That's now 3. Oh my goodness, it was so easy when you finally ask the right question. It's so hard to find it. Oh, that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spot. Light. This can't be a 6 next to a 4. So it's 9. That's 5. That's 6. Now, we've got 4 and 7. We can just do them by Sudoku, thank goodness. Because everything else is a bit... Oh, I've written in the wrong digit there. Okay, let's go back to when I did that. Typed in an 8 instead of a 7 there. Sorry. Right, this still can't be a 6 next to a 4. So that's 9. That's not. This is 8. That's 3. This is 6. That's 3 in the corner. Get the little party again. 6 and 5. This is an 8-9 pair down here. The other digits here are 6. Oh, we can't put that next to 4, so we put it next to 5. And there we go. Now we can't have 4 here. And thanks to the work I did earlier on 4s, I know this is a 4. And that puts 6 here. Don't worry about that 6, 4. That is not illegal because there would be an overlap. 8 mustn't be next to 2 though. That would be illegal. So we get a 5 there. That sorts out 1 and 5 at the top. That sorts out 1 and 2. This 8-9 pair, they're resolved by the 9 at the bottom of the grid. Now, that's a naked 9. This is 5. That's 6. 5 and 8. And let's just have a look in the yellow area to make sure there's no 10 cages trying to form. This was the box where it was all going on, wasn't it? It was very hard to figure out. Right, I think that's it. But that's a very clever puzzle. Around -10, yes. Oh, not many solvers. Fantastic. I love that, Ryan. I mean, it really nearly did my head in. And maybe I was going way too complex over here. I should have just got that 1 and then just figured out this digit. Oh, that's a tough one. Very clever, very interesting, very unusual. Super fun. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.